And big news coming in, stunning revelation in Operation Sindoor. It has been revealed that India's precision strike was inside Karachi. Indian missiles hit air defense unit in Karachi. The Malir cantonment in Karachi has been decimated. This is the big news that's just coming in on the Operation Sindoor. India has hit the Malir cantonment in Karachi, which has been decimated. Shivani continues to be with me on this. Shivani, what more do we know about this particular operation on the Malir cantonment in Karachi?
See, Anisha, what we know about the action that has been taken by the armed forces together on around 20 and more places of military importance in Pakistan, and Malir cantonment has been one of them. So all these air bases which we have been reporting about, around 11 of them, list of 8 came initially, and 3 more were mentioned in the press briefing later on. There are more infrastructure of military importance, including the Malir Cant in Karachi, where damages have been inflicted by India's attack against Pak's retaliation and its attack on targeting Indian civilians in various places in 26 cities across states. So this is how now the new details are divulging as the time is passing by. We initially got to know and got to see those videos. Anisha, remember the first day after Operation Sindoor, we were getting some videos from Pakistan's media that showed a lot of damage out there. Then we got the detailed pictures, and now the satellite images that have been released by the armed forces in India in the briefings that have been done after Operation Sindoor. There are detailed specifications of these operations that have brought a lot of damage to all these infrastructure. And what we were also told in the press brief, Anisha, that most of these military infrastructure and the air bases have been carefully selected by the Indian Armed Forces, because these were the ones which were being used to target the civilians across western border in India. So this was a deliberate choice of these places of military importance in Pakistan, including the Pakistan's air bases, the Noor Khan Air Base, and Rafiki Air Base out there, the Sargodha Air Base, and multiple others, around 11 of such air bases, the air defense systems, and also Cant areas there. These Cant area has important infrastructure for the mobilization of their units, their equipment. So that has also been targeted selectively by the Indian Armed Forces, so that Pakistan's army gets weak and it doesn't get to attack our civilians as it was doing.
Well, Shivani, if we go to what the military DGMO said yesterday, we conducted micro mapping of the targets. We calculated the vectors from where their missiles and their drones were coming from, and that is how the targets were selected. Do we have any further details? As you said, 21 targets were mentioned just yesterday in the press conference by our DGMO and the DGs of the 3 military branches. What more do we really know about why these particular targets were selected?
Anisha, as I was telling you, that there was a specific research that was being done by the Indian Armed Forces initially when in the Operation Sindoor 9 terror outfits were destroyed through specific measured strikes, precision strikes using the ballistic missiles and other weapon systems. And there were much more information about other installations, other infrastructure that was used for attack against civilians in India, and these were the ones that were chosen by the Indian Armed Forces for action after they implicated certain swarm drones action attacks on western border side with more than 500 to 600 drones coming in, the swarm drones coming in, which also included some armed drones, the kamikaze drones that Pakistan has bought from Turkey. So all these implications and all these assessments were then done on, and microscopic research was, micro mapping in fact was being done of all these sites. And not only this, Anisha, when these strikes were taking place, the Indian armed forces were very much cautious of the fact that there is no harm done to the civilians in that area. And they were the measured strikes, very focused ones, and very important out here that all this was being also recorded with the eyes in the sky that Indian armed forces have. So whatever action has been done, it has been taken on record in terms of visuals, videos, the micro maps that have been later studied, and the satellite images which are now emerging of the impact
as you mentioned, the satellite mapping. You've mentioned satellite mapping. You've mentioned how we've been identifying these particular target sites. From yesterday's press conference, again, if referring to that, we also heard from the DGMO that Pakistan was using civilian aircraft to continue to fly out of Lahore, even as they were launching drone attacks from somewhere close to Lahore. And this is something that we emphasized in the press conference yesterday, that India has exercised extreme caution, even at the cost of some tactical disadvantage, to ensure that there is no damage to any civilian aircraft. On the other side, of course, we've got the Pakistan DGISPR talking about how India has been targeting them, giving out false information, as you just mentioned, about what exactly has India targeted. Are we also seeing, apart from the military action, therefore, some making sure that India is making sure that the message that is going out to Pakistan, and not just to Pakistan but to the rest of the world, is also very clear about what India is doing?
Anisha, India has been very clear and transparent in the kind of operation it has done, not only on 7th of May when Operation Sindoor was conducted. Right after the operations were successful, we got the official release about the places that were hit, about the terror outfits that have been destroyed, the manner it was being done, and very importantly, the reason why it was done. The reason was that in Pahalgam, 26 innocent civilians were killed by these terrorists who have been closely associated with Pakistan's government, Pakistan's army, the ISI out there, and the endorsements how these terrorists have been getting inside Pakistan. And that's why these particular 9 sites have given out enough evidence of the fact that these were the infrastructures that were being sheltered by the government out there, by the army out there. And that's what we have seen, that the funerals of these terrorists, Anisha, have been attended by the military officials out there, and the wreath of Chief of Army Staff of Pakistan was also laid there. So India has selected these terror outfits because it wanted to punish Pakistan for killing 26 innocent people in India, the terrorists in Pahalgam. And thereafter, India never escalated the situation, but it was Pakistan that started attacking the civilians out here. And in all of its military operations, Anisha, the Indian Armed Forces have clarified several times that every time they were hitting away from the civilians in Pakistan, be it the terror camps or be it the army and the air infrastructure inside Pakistan. So India's intention has been very clear. We do not want to harm the civilians in Pakistan. We are not at war with them. We are just punishing Pakistan for its act of terror, first in Pahalgam, and then when it started attacking our civilians across cities on the western border.
Clearly, Shivani, this is the messaging that India is doing consistently on this issue.